Well, okay, that excuse didn't hold water, so let's check out the next excuse. I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I'm going to try them out. Now, the Greek here talks about I have just purchased this boat. It's like I bought oxen, and now I need to look at them, make sure they're okay. It's like buying a car off of eBay. Okay? There are some people that have faith in the Lord and trust God that this car on eBay is going to drive fine, no problems whatsoever. Okay. Case in point. But to really, I have friends in the back who can attest to this. You know, nowadays, they have all these wonderful things that you do to look for a car, right? What, you got the Carfax report? Get the Carfax report. Find out what's wrong with your car.
But if it's a new car?
Don't test drive it.
Okay.
If it's a used car, go and you get your mechanic buddy, my mechanic buddy, to go with you. And we'll say, buddy, because you look at the car and tell me if it's okay. Is all the parts in the right place? Because if you don't do that, what's going to happen? You're driving down the road and parts start falling off your car. If you've never driven down the road and have a part fall off your car, you're missing out on a great experience. And I really want you to miss out on that experience. I had a Ford Mustang that was a gift to me. And a gift, you know, lovely. But, you know, I should have had somebody look at it before I drove it too far, because I drove it for about a month, or not even a month. And I'm pulling up to school, and pulling up to my school, and I had a date that night. It was really great. I like to say that I have been on at least one date. And I had a date that night, and a friend of mine looks at me and goes, "Hair, is that the new Hairmobile?" I go, "Yes, it is." I would never call it that, but yes, it is. It was a red 1986 Mustang with shiny rims, and it was an automatic, and it was great. And she goes, "Wow, that's great. Why is there smoke coming out of the engine?" I said, "I don't know. Let's find out." Popped open the hood, and lo and behold, there's a nice little fire right there on the engine. And I'm sitting there pulling whatever I can to put it out. I could pull out my sleeping bag that I had in the trunk. Don't ask me why. Tried to put it out. That didn't work. I got a hold of my sleeping bag. I pull out the pizza pan I had in my truck. Don't ask me why. Don't think I can explain that one either. I'm trying to put that out, and finally a friend of mine comes with a fire extinguisher, saves the day, and puts out the fire in my car. This fire could have been avoided had I listened to somebody say, "What's that smell? It smells like gas," a week before. But the point is, before you pay for it, before you buy something, you check it out. You drive it. You test it out. You make sure, in this case, you make sure the oxen are the same size, because they're going to be yoked together. And if you got one oxen that's too slow than the other one, you got this yoke going in a circle. You make sure that they're both healthy. You make sure that they're alive and breathing, because you know you could buy an oxen and they could be dead. Then you got oxen steak, so you know you might be okay with that. But you just don't say, "Oh, I suddenly didn't know your party was today," even though you got the invitation a couple weeks ago, and you said it was going to happen today. I decided to go buy some oxen. I got to go look at it. Another lame, poor excuse. And they both apologize, saying, "I'm sorry, man. Didn't mean to." The third excuse, it's got to be the worst of them all. Okay? Because you don't understand. He says, "I just got married." In those days, weddings don't just happen. Granted, today, in modern times, you can hire a justice of the peace. You can load up your truck, your car, your vehicle, drive off to Vegas, and get married like that, right? Not a big deal. And If that doesn't work, if the wedding doesn't work out, you can drive back to Vegas and get a divorce, just like that. No big deal, right? These things happen, spur of the moment sometimes here. Not the case in those days. Weddings are a big deal. Weddings involved towns, family members from across the country would show up. The whole people you don't even know were there. Everybody knows that this wedding is going to happen. So here we've got this guy planning a party and this other guy planning a wedding at the same time. You think they would have told each other about it? The problem I have with this man who just said he got married is the fact that if he was invited to my banquet and I found out he just got married and he didn't invite me to the wedding, we got problems. There's an issue there. I'm not happy with that. So this doesn't hold water. It doesn't make sense. It's another lame excuse. These people came up with excuses to not go to this party. Not go to this party at all. I don't know, maybe they didn't like this guy. Maybe they thought they would stay in good graces with this guy. But listen, if I throw a big party and you ain't going to come to it, you better have told me before the day of the party. Else we ain't going to be friends no more. There's a little bit of my southern coming out of me again, I'm sorry. So, what did he do? The man with the banquet said, I have prepared all this free food for anybody to come, for anybody to enjoy. I had enough for 5 armies of people. It's Thanksgiving dinner times 50. You know? And he says, go get the poor, the crippled, the lame, those who can't serve. Go get the homeless guys on the streets. Bring them in. Let them serve my party. Let's bring this up to modern times. Yes, the guys, go get me the geeks, the dweebs, the nerds, the unpopular crew, those who just don't fit in anywhere. Bring them to me. Let them have the party. And so all that's been done, because there's still more. We'll bring more people. See, this story is a dig. It's Jesus digging into the Pharisees. You know what I mean by that? Putting a jab in at it. Just making, because the Pharisees are stuck in this religiosity. I'm using that word. I don't know if it's the right word. But they were religious. They were the ones that said, I am right. Our way is the right way. We are the good ones. We are the chosen people of God. We have this. We got it together. We know what's going on. We are the ones that are chosen by God. We are the ones that are invited to the final party, the big banquet. It's all ours.